Well, thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Jeb Brennan, for that introduction. In fact, Jeb taught me introduction to film my first semester here as a freshman. Thank you for being here, for spending your time here this afternoon. My name is Lawrence Afindi Eugene Mbaki. I know, it's a mouthful, but I love my name. And you're probably sitting there trying to place my accent, trying to figure out where it's from, so let me take you out of your misery. I'm from the beautiful city of Cape Town in South Africa, and I'm a junior here studying theater arts and music education. And no, I will not be performing any Shakespearean sonnets or singing any solos for you tonight. But if you want my autograph, find me later on. It'll be worth millions one day, so you might as well get yours today. I want to start by sharing an experience that happened to me this past summer. It's not hard to look at me and see that I'm a black man, and I speak differently, and I fall under the minority living here in Cedar City. I sometimes volunteer my time with the Community Engagement Center, also known as the CEC, here on campus. We go, especially in the summer, we were spending a lot of time with the children in the park here at Main Street. One particular Wednesday, as we're playing with the kids, we offer them a little lunch, and we play with them, we converse with them. And as we were playing with the kids and we were just interacting with them, one little child came to me and looked at me and said, "You look weird, and you talk weird." I didn't pay attention to it, but I went back home and I thought about it and I reflected on this word weird. And please remember this story and remember the word weird. We'll come back to it. We live in such a world with division lines. Me this, me that, you this, you that. And there's a lack of active listening, especially with people who are different than ourselves, especially people who share different opinions, different perspectives, and different ideas. We often don't pay them attention or pay them any mind. But I have come to learn through my experiences. Now, I'm just a junior here. I don't have any degrees in public speaking or psychology or counseling, but I've come to learn that one idea, one perspective, and one opinion does not usually give you results or solutions to the problems at hand. As I've sat down in council-like settings, whether it's in a religious setting or at my work in the sponsored programs office here on campus, or even in my own family, I've come to learn that many opinions or different ideas and different perspectives helps you develop solutions to the problem at hand. So why don't we pay attention or listen actively to people who share different opinions and perspectives and ideas? Like I said, I'm from South Africa, and if you know a little bit of South African history, you will know that from 1948 to 1994, South Africa went through a horrible racial segregation called apartheid, or the Apartheid Regime. This government-led regime divided and segregated races across the country. And as a result, racial injustice, racial violence occurred. And for this cause was Nelson Mandela imprisoned for 27 years. In 1993, he won the Nobel Peace Prize alongside F.W. de Klerk for the decimation of apartheid and for instituting a peaceful South Africa. In 1994, another Nobel Peace Prize, also a South African, Archbishop Desmond Tutu, keyed the term South Africa the Rainbow Nation. The reason why he named it the Rainbow Nation, because when Nelson Mandela became the first elected black president of South Africa, there were many fears, especially among white South Africans and other races, that there will be an onslaught of revenge, and the black people will rise up against the white people. But Desmond Tutu keyed this term, the Rainbow Nation, because he wanted everyone to stay. He wanted the whites, the blacks, the Indians, the coloreds, like we call them in South Africa, to stay and create this beautiful land of different cultures, different ethnicity, and different perspectives, different ideas, and different opinions. He named it the Rainbow Nation, and we are known as the Rainbow Nation. Nelson Mandela, as a response to that, then said, each of us is intimately part of the soil of this land. And I want to add that each of us is intimately part of the soil of this campus, whether you're a student or a faculty, of this community, Cedar City, or any other communities you live in, and especially of the earth. We are all part of the soil of the earth. If you look at a rainbow, it has beautiful colors, and the indigo in the rainbow does not turn and look at the red or the yellow and say, you're a different shade from me. In fact, you're a different color. We don't want you in our rainbow, and then kicks the red or the yellow out of the rainbow. No. They all exist together, and a rainbow is only beautiful because of those multicolors. If those colors were just one color, it wouldn't be as beautiful as it is as we view it. In South African poet, Angie Krok said, the needed light to form a rainbow is sunlight. But sunlight is made out of different colors. One can therefore add that a rainbow cannot begin to exist if it was not inclusive. I want to add and share my conviction that a human cannot fully and properly begin to exist, meaning growth and understanding, if he or she or they are not inclusive. I love butterflies. Butterflies are my favorite bug, and particularly the monarch butterfly. If you know, the monarch butterfly enjoy a migration phenomenon. They travel between 1,200 to 2,800 miles from North America, the United States and Canada, to Central America, the forest in Mexico. And they do this one flap and one wingspan at a time. A group of butterflies is called a kaleidoscope. Now, if you've seen a kaleidoscope, you'll see that it's a beautiful pattern of different colors, different patterns, and different wing size of the butterfly. Butterflies, or monarch butterflies, when they enjoy this migration, they very rarely do it on their own. In fact, it's impossible to find a butterfly flying across those miles by itself. They always fly in a kaleidoscope. They do so to protect themselves against extreme weather, hunger, and prey. They stick together. One butterfly does not look at its own wing and look at its neighbor's wing and say, your wings are too big, or your wings are too small. I don't like the patterns on your wings, or I don't like the color of your wings. Rather, they stay together in a kaleidoscope. They don't kick each other out of the kaleidoscope. They need each other. It is the same thing with us. How many times have you dismissed someone's idea, opinions, or perspectives simply because it was different than your own? I love to sing. That's why I'm majoring in music. I love choral performance. I've always been part of a choir wherever I've lived. I've joined choir since I was in 9th grade. And the beauty of singing and the beauty of choral singing is that you sing with other vocal parts or voice parts. In a typical choir, you get 4 voice parts. You have sopranos and altos, tenors, and basses. When all these 4 parts sing together and harmonize, they create a beautiful, melodic, heavenly sound. Now, as a bass, I'm naturally a bass. Sometimes I sing tenor, commonly referred to as baritones. I don't stand there and look at the unique and beautiful sounding of a soprano and say, you're singing way too high for me, sopranos, so I'm going to kick you out of my choir. The altos don't do that to the tenors as well. We all stand there or sit there and we sing together to create this beautiful harmonic music. We all need each other in this choir, no matter your perspective, no matter your ideas, no matter your opinions. Like I said, I don't have any experience in psychology or therapy, but I've come to learn that as we become inclusive, we listen to each other and actively participate in sharing opinions, with mutual respect, our growth as human beings take place. We become to fully exist. To go back to my story, that little child who looked at me and said, "You look weird. You look weird. You talk weird." It wasn't because he was being mean. I think it was because he didn't have a proper adjective or a proper word to substitute the word weird. We live in such a society where we associate the word weird with negative connotations. When we want to describe something that is different, especially someone who is different, what do we usually use? Weird. We say, he looks weird, he talks weird, he acts weird, adding to that negativity. Tonight, I want to invite you to replace that weird, the word weird, with words such as different, unique, special. Because I am unique, I am different, I'm special. And as you change that adjective to difference, unique, and special, there's positivity that is associated with that and not negativity. I wish I had the opportunity to go back and have a second chance with that little child and look at him and smile and say, I am unique. I speak uniquely. I speak differently. Whether we like it or not, we are all different. And we have different opinions, we have different perspectives, and we have different ideas. But in our differences and in our own unique ways, with our different opinions and perspectives, can we come together and create beautiful human rainbows of human compassion and mutual understanding and respect. It is only in our differences and our uniqueness can we come together and create kaleidoscopes of love, brotherly kindness, and of a better human race. It is only in our differences and our uniqueness we come together and create beautiful sounding music, beautiful sounding sounds that will leave us to understand one another and respect one another. So that when the sunlight of humanity shines down on us, it can reflect those positivity. It can reflect human love, brotherly kindness, and mutual respect and understanding. Thank you.